So, ladies and gentlemen, we are live and welcome to another evening of Monday Night Arm Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Iron Paul Maiden, the man who will ultimately destroy Neil Pickup like a small child, stem cells or not. And I'm with the one and only, most beautiful man in arm wrestling, Andrew Jones. How we doing?
Evening, buddy. How are you?
Yeah, all good, bud, all good. Just going to let everyone know who's in the chat while we're letting it build up. Just get yourselves to the link if you want to join me and AJ in this prediction show we're going to be sticking on. The link is up at the top. I think it's pinned. There we are. Yeah, we're up there. So just go and click on that then, and then you can come and join us. But we've got Andrew. Tom Waddington in the chat. I remember this kid from back in the day. Now, Tom Waddington, he had a bit of potential. He's from a place called Bacup, and it's like full of them hillbillies, right? Full on hillbillies, like worse than your end of town, right? And yeah, fucking hell. Anyway, he stopped arm wrestling. He lost 17 stone because he used to be quite large. And now, last time I saw him, it was at that bodybuilding show in Manchester where we did them super matches. He looked like a fucking Ethiopian with a fucking dart. Fucking ear. Yeah, sorry about that, Tom. It was nice to see you.
Is he back in the game now? Was he out?
Pardon?
Is he back in the arm wrestling game now?
No, I don't think he'll ever come back. He wasn't that strong anyway, so he's better off. He's better off fucking playing pool with our darts and dominoes with our grannies. We got Phil Woody in the chat. Phil Woody's in the house. James Beach, Beer Man and his bad company. Marcus Thompson, the Savage. Devon's Forearm, all in the chat. Ad Barnett, we'll see him this weekend. Not my monkeys, not my circus. We haven't seen him for a little while. So AJ, surprise visit on the card. You was being brought over anyway. You was literally going to be the team manager for this trip.
The bench warmer.
Fate smiled. And now you're on the main card, and you're in a big match.
Happy days, yeah. Really excited about it. So, gone from being the bench warmer after getting my ass smashed by Elliot, and so happy to be on the card now. And I'm feeling better than I have in a long time because I haven't been training as much with no match on and been resting. I think it's done me a world of good. So, I think that'll surprise a few people. I think I'm actually feeling a lot better now than I did in my last couple of matches.
And would you just put that down to having a bit more rest or being a bit more sensible in your training?
Yeah, I just overtrain massively, especially if I got a match, get nervous, train more. Literally went to Spain for 3 weeks with the family, didn't do anything, came back. Obviously, first training back, everyone's strong after like a bit of an absence. But then every training session since, I've just been doing really well. Even the boys that normally pull with me saying I'm feeling really strong. So I'm not particularly big, not particularly heavy, just healthy, and I feel a lot better for it. So, yeah, this guy better be strong, I think, because otherwise he's going to have his work cut out, I think.
Well, Rich, he's in that WhatsApp group. You've seen him mouthing off, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm just not saying anything, so it's not my style. If you want to say it, say it to my face.
Yeah, Rich Lowry, he spat dummy out because I threatened to slap his missus about. So,
oh, fuck.
Well, everyone's seen me throw a punch. I can't slap a bloke around, can I?
Nah. Not these days, but I think those days are gone, but...
Yeah, that's why I need you to protect me, AJ.
That's why I'm wrestling, not fighting no more, yeah. So
that's why you've got a bit about you still. So let's just have a look, AJ, before we crack on and let a few more people come in. We've got McGill McGoody. He's in there. Good vibes. He certainly is, my friend. We've got B. AJ can't wait to get his hands on the Dick Lovering.
That fucking creep. I knew he'd crop up. Fucking Ryan.
Who is that fella? Who is that? Who is he?
Nah, he's a nobody. Not even going to mention him on you. Comes training with us.
Oh,
that's Barber, that is.
Oh, Ryan Baba.
Oh, Ryan Baba.
Yeah,
Baba Black Sheep.
We've got Benji Mack. Hello, Benji. How you doing? I think I missed one or two people. I mean, I'm not doing very well on this tonight because I keep getting Marvin, man. The fucking. Oh, Bill Dowry, how we doing, fella? How you doing, mate? Nice to see you.
Good old Marcus Thompson in there.
Captain Madge, you're Phil. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit upset because Muscle Bike has gone missing. I've not seen him on show for a while, and so I sent him a message and I said, "Hey, Muscle Bike," I says, "How's things like? Why have you not been hitting the show?" And I just basically got this here, guys. So just so you know that he's safe and sound and he's okay. So there you go. That's all I got. So obviously muscle bikes all well. I tell you now.
How's Neil's training going, mate?
How's who's training?
Neil's. You said his training's going really well.
Fucking hell! I don't know, man. Right. So I've been told that he's training mega hard. Okay. So. But I'm getting two conflictions because obviously I've got guys in Neil's camp. So like I'm being told off Chris Am, his long-time training partner. He's saying like he's lost loads of weight and he's in best shape of his life since because he's obviously on stem cells. He's been taking steroids. And then like I'm getting like behind the scenes footage sent to me from Phil Woody, obviously who's really good friends with those guys. And this is Neil's latest training video. So,
just tickles me. It's brilliant.
There you go. That's the latest training video I've got from Neil. But yeah, I don't.
He's looking good, Fipley.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on between that match with me and Neil. Like I say, I'm in full training now. Like I'm going to take some serious beating. I'll tell you, he can take as many stem cells as he wants, but. In my opinion, Neil should have stayed true to himself. Should have stayed off the gear and left things alone because his estrogen levels have gone through the roof. And like I say, I've got friends in the camp, and the latest video I got sent Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? So there you go, AJ. He wants to stay off that fucking testosterone.
Like you wouldn't. You definitely nail that back in your day.
Yeah, from behind, mate. From behind. There's some...
The old wraparound.
So yeah, well, is Scott James coming on, is he? Or are we not seeing him tonight?
I don't want to send him a message on. He did say he's popping on.
No, is he going to pop on? Yeah, Jay's gone for a minute. So yeah, lad. So there you are. So there you go. Neil pick up he's fully in the training, and we obviously hope to see the Battle of Britain match soon.
Is it actually happening then?
Is what?
Is it going to happen?
I hope so, bud. I hope so. I think it'd be a nice. I mean, he was on his show and he was saying that he wanted to be in a match with John Brezink, but then a lot of guys in chat were saying, no, you've got to pull Maiden first. I mean, and it's a logical match. I mean, he can take as many stem cells as he wants. He's never going to recover back his form of old days. Neither am I. So let's just cash out. I mean, a lot of people are going to pay for that match, AJ. A lot of people are going to pay for that. Neil's first match back in years, per se. And, we can build it well. I mean, it's just going to be fun. I mean, I'll be disappointed if we don't get that match on, I'll be honest. I mean, yeah, we pulled, many times before it passed, but nothing like where we've both been old fucking codgers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be good. Good showing, I think. A lot of people pay to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care what platform it's on. I don't care if it's on Outlaws. As long as we share a little bit of the money, you know what I mean? But it's just whether or not. See, I think, truthfully, all joking to one side now, I think that. See, I don't care if I wouldn't want to lose. Don't get me wrong. Obviously we both want the bragging rights, but the truth is, I'm willing to put it on the line, and I don't think he will. He won't risk losing to me because I'll have that bragging rights on him forever. But truth is, I've had the bragging rights on him forever anyway at the moment. So, like, let's just do it. Let's just put it on the line. Let's make some money and just give the arm wrestling fans what they want, because you can't have all these people what pay the memberships. Like, we've got all these amazing guys now paying us the memberships each and every month. Where, they're supporting us. And we've got to give back to them guys. I mean, it's only right that we give back. I mean, I'm not saying these are fans. A lot of them have become friends, but we've got to give back to the people, haven't we? Do you agree?
Yeah. It doesn't seem like a downside to me. Apart from having the piss taken out if you lose, there's no downside.
Yeah, and we all make good money. Well, we've got the beer man and Big B in the house.
What's happening?
How we doing, guys?
Hey, boys.
Is this that AJ fella that Big Rich is going to put the stomping on?
Big Rich ain't going to do nothing to the AJ, man. What's you going on about?
Start your shit already,
we'll find out in a few days now, won't we, boys?
Hey, Big B, before we get started on this chat, how long have you been working in television?
We're going to tell you, drum roll, what do we got?
No, I'm just wondering how long you've been working in television. I didn't know you was into cooking.
Skibidi dop 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 dop. Yes, 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 yes. Skibidi dip, skibidi double double.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell, Big B.
Fuck.
No.
I'm doing what I love.
So, listen, guys, have you seen the Neil Pickup training montage before we carry on?
That fat prick dancing around.
No, Neil's lost weight since then.
I'm pretty sure I just watched you having it on, like, here before I jumped in.
Yeah, he's finger fit. Oh, Phil Woody's messaging me again. Hang on, no, just put Phil Woody on. Fuck off, Phil. I tell you what, I cannot stand that man. I'm going to have one rant tonight before we carry on with the show. But Phil Woody, please get run over, thrown over the bonnet, mangled and fucking tossed down a fucking somewhere. Because I can't stand the fucking swine. Like,
such an arse cunt.
Oh, no, it's true the way, Jay. It's like you've got that Phil Woody, right? And he's an absolute arse-licking toe rag. All you see him, he's like that old Michael Todd ring. And then next minute you see him in a video at Armwalls like that. Neil Pickup. And now he's sucked his way onto a flight and he's coming over to Canada for work for Marcus. What's going on?
He's going to Canada, so what is
Is he?
he had me on Instagram actually the other day.
Yeah, man, I tell you. Honestly.
I only met the guy once, but I like him mostly because Paul doesn't.
Yeah, that makes sense. You come chill with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stand the prick. But anyway, it is what it is. Right, so let's get on to the predictions, boys, because we've not got all evening. And,
Yeah, but before you get going into the predictions of the matches, I only have one prediction that I'm quite sure of. And that's at least 3 strippers are going to get chlamydia from Paul. And then Stefan is going to pick that up from one of them.
Yeah. Residual chlamydia.
So we're going to leave the strippers out when we tell the story afterwards and say that Stefan came home with Paul's chlamydia.
Yeah.
If anyone's interested and they want to hear a story about my only ever time in the strip club, just put it in the comments, yes. If you all put yes and I get 10 yeses, I'll tell you about my first and only ever time in a strip club. And it was quite a fantastic time. But yeah, I'll tell you all about it if you just give me 10 yeses. Right.
Well, you're going to have to get to that after the predictions because I don't have much time here.
Right, okay, so let's jump straight in. Wait, I'm going to try this for the first time, so I'm going to screen share. Are you ready? Let me see if I can keep you all in the chat first. Oh, there. Can you all see it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I could actually share it a lot more and share the posters, so I'm just going to do that for a second. Click on. And, yeah, we're good to go. So let's start with the top match, guys. Alan Ford, James Wall, under 100 kilo, right arm Commonwealth Championship. This match was Tom Holland and John Terrians. Unfortunately, due to Tom Holland pulling out, it's now landed on the toes of the hitman Alan Ford and James the Brick Wall. Now, I sort of know where you Canadians are going to go, so we're not really overly interested in hearing what you have to say. So, AJ, you start us off, buddy.
James, easy.
No, that easy.
It'll be easy, but I never bet against James Wall. He's just getting better and better all the time. So my money's on him.
And Alan, Big B.
I'm going to have to go with the Hitman.
Why? Is no one giving a reason why, or is it like breaking it down, or just saying the favourites here?
Well, judging by what we've seen with BLM and James, he's definitely susceptible to a top roll, and that's what we know fucking Alan does. So I guess we'll see what happens.
And what about you, Evan? Obviously, you're going to go for Alan.
Yeah, and I don't want to. I'm not actually a big Alan Ford fan, but I got to go with Alan. He's a lot better in that up high fight than Mulvihill is. Well, then for sure better than Mulvihill was when he was in Wales. And I mean, even inside, we saw what Kirsten did to James, and Alan was hanging right out in there with him. James is a fucking strong dude. He's got some places he could give Alan some problems, but I think Alan just walks him.
All seriousness now, though, boys, how can you compare what Alan Ford did to, what's he called? That fat Maltese fellow. What's he called? That Maltese fellow again?
Yeah, Kirsten from Motivation. I understand arm wrestling math doesn't always work out that way. James is a lot better at setting a hook than Kirsten is, absolutely. But I think Alan's stronger, even if it gets in there.
Let me just put this camera on charge, because I don't know if it's on charge or not. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, it's on. So it's fine. Just give us 2 seconds, boys. Yeah, we're on. We're on. I just want to make sure that camera's on charge. I'm a bit paranoid when it starts flashing around. Yeah, so styles make matches, and I think that, you know, I heard on your show that you were saying that Alan Ford, he pulled his Kirsten in a hook. At no point did he pull Kirsten in a full-blown bicep for bicep hook. He didn't.
Absolutely not, because he didn't need to.
No. So, like, everyone keeps going on about Alan Ford having this amazing hook. Yeah, he's strong. Alan's a great arm wrestler. But whether or not he can mix it, you know, arm for arm with James Wall, because you can't necessarily say, oh, because he took Kirsten's hand, he's going to take James Wall's hand. Because there's a difference in speed of like 1 million miles per hour between both guys. Kirsten's going to come slow and steady across, and he's going to give away his hand. A lot of the time, he's going to give away his own hand. Where James Wall's going to be coming across and nailing Alan straight down the line. Now, Alan Ford isn't a side leg-to-leg arm wrestler. So Alan Ford hasn't necessarily got that rather sweep, which personally I don't think it does him any favours. But he doesn't necessarily have the angles to just keep in James's hand and come sideways and try and keep James's shoulder outside, his hand outside of his shoulder. When you watch Alan Ford pulling in like 99.9% of his videos, he's always got an angle on him and he's always shooting off to the side and across. Now, if he does that with James Wall's going to have easy access to coming straight down his rotation. You know, I think that that could be a big downfall for Alan, I'll be honest.
I don't like agreeing with you because I think you're a dipshit, but for the most part, yeah, you're right. That's how Alan normally arm wrestles. Until he gets up against somebody that he does not want to hook with. Normally, he's not worried about if that guy's going to get him into a hook because he's going to drill him. A guy that he's worried about getting caught into a hook with, he makes adjustments, and Alan is very difficult to hook when he's not wanting to go in there.
Yeah, I agree. It's a flip of a coin. I'm not going to just go agree. I'm not just saying because James Wall is a training partner and a friend of mine. I'm not just going to say James Wall wins. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say this is real 50-50 matchup, and nobody's going to get an easy win, and it could go either way. Like,
Well, that's kind of where it's sitting, except here's the thing. If James can't get Allen sunk into a deep hook, he's in a lot of fucking trouble.
Oh yeah.
But if he does get Allen into that deep hook, that doesn't mean he's out of the fire yet. Like, Allen can bury that shoulder right in there with high level dudes. Look back, watch videos of Allen going shoulder to shoulder against RBJ. Allen's got the winning record against Rob, and he has never lost a match that went into a hook against Rob, right? So his hook is absolutely legit. And James doesn't just win this match if it does go hook, where Allen definitely wins this match and stays outside.
But Rob Vidgeon isn't arm wrestling like James Wall. James Wall completely relies on taking your hand outside your shoulder and coming on top of you like an hammer. That's not how Rob Vidgeon arm wrestles. Yeah, Rob Vidgeon throws his shoulder on, but Rob Vidgeon is majority of the time you see Rob Vidgeon hooking, he's here. He's there. He's never.
Yeah, he absolutely loves looking at his bicep when he does. Well, who wouldn't if he had biceps like that? But
no,
Allen will bury that shoulder in a committal style where he'll just match James right in the center of the table and see whose body breaks.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you straight. It's going to be a cracker, boys and girls. So either way, it's going to be unbelievable. So we've got Canada going for obviously Allen, and then if everyone push towards it, I've got to say that I think James Wall may pip it. All depends, because if Allen's got a bad shoulder, like he's saying, James Wall's going to be testing them parts. Move on to the next match, and it's John Terry and Big JT against Big David Bradford. Now, that one is exciting, guys, and we're going to move back to you, AJ.
Is it right-handed or left?
It's right-handed.
Yeah, like, Bradford's my boy, and I know his left is incredible, but I don't know where his right is at the moment. So, it's close to me. I probably leaning towards Terrian a little bit, not knowing where David's right is. If it was left, I'd be going with John. Sorry, Dave all day.
Fair play. Go on then. So you're going for Terrian. So go on, Evan.
Yeah, I got to go with JT on this one. Again, left-handed, I would take Bradford. Right-handed, Terrian is big right now. Like, when he got told the match was at that weight class and he doesn't have to worry about size, like, the biggest he's ever been previously was 208 pounds to pull Dallas Langton. And we saw what big John Terrian does. And now he's coming in bigger than that. So JT's fucking strong right now.
Yeah. Well, I would have preferred it to have been left arm. Obviously, you know, Bradford is the guy who requested right arm because his left arm was injured, beaten up after the big match in Carlingford in Ireland with Tom Holland. So he requested right arm.
Obviously, it's not a good match left-handed, though. Bradford would kill him.
Yeah, well, it's going to be what it is. See, a lot of people underestimate Bradford, okay? So Bradford's right hand, he's very, very strong. I mean, he's taken out, you know, guys like Adam Johnson, you know, quite comfortably. And this kid is an animal. He gives Carl Hutchinson everything he can handle in Ireland, you know, and Furbeat in training. We haven't seen him go in competition, but still, you know, there's never really a weak Carl Hutchinson. And Adam Johnson is like a man of steel. And David Bradford dismantled him quite comfortably. And with an epic display. See, people just think Bradford's this anti-hook monster. But he's not. He's got a lot of tools. Many a time I've seen him go back in a rotated dead wrist press, and as long as he keeps that rotation, he's got a super long arm as Bradford, really long levers, big hand, big natural rotation. And when he gets there, he's really, really difficult to beat. And he's got some big gym lifts as well. People don't realise that. Yeah, he might look like a string bean, but he's got some big gym lifts. I mean, he's benching like 150 kilo. He gets some good deadlifts off the floor. You know, he's genuinely a very strong man. Yeah, and people underestimate his right arm. And when he does lose right-handed, it's generally because he breaks his own hand open. That's Bradford's biggest issue, in my opinion. He somewhat breaks his own hand open a little bit. And if he can fix that, then he's really up there with the elite guys in the UK and Ireland.
I don't think it'll be an easy match for Tyrion, but I do got him coming out ahead. I think he's going to get it. But Bradford is awesome. I'm excited to see this one. Listen, I would love to stay and continue doing all of the predictions, but I really got to run. Plus, I can't sit beside this fucking animal smoking all day. Like, I'm fucking higher than he is.
All right, well, you go then, you miserable bastard. So yeah, it looks like we've lost him. John, why don't you come on, or someone else come and show us your little bits and bats, and we can have a chat about it. So yeah, I mean, AJ, Tyrion for me, I've seen two sides to him, and I've said this on the show of the week. You see a fierce John Tyrion, and you see a John Tyrion on and off steroids, in my opinion. Yeah. So sorry, John. Whether I look at you and I see an on-cycle John and an off-cycle John, and the on-cycle John looks absolutely immense. Clearly, he's going to be on his goose, and that's going to put Bradford on the back foot. But I believe it's going to be a fair playing field. And again, I can't call this match. Like, I want Bradford to win. I want David Bradford to win, but I cannot call the match. I believe John Tyrion's training his top role, because I don't think John Tyrion can hook David Bradford. I don't think many people can hook David Bradford. So he's going to have to beat him top roll. And even if he rolls back Bradford's wrist and Dave's in that rotational spot, he's going to be hard to beat. So again, being hard push, I'm going to say, hey up. We're having Bradford for the win. So, and we've just been joined by the one and only beautiful, sexy Billy Reese Davis. Another one.
He is, mate.
What's that, boy? Fucking hell, we're on it here. So,
Billy Boy.
We're going to move on to the next match. And that's Porkley Chop and James Stewart. So, Billy, who wins that match, son?
James Stewart. He impressed me with Mindaugas. I know Mindaugas said he hurt his shoulder, but he still looked really strong, and I think he's going to get better and better.
Yeah, okay. And Big B?
It's the Scottish Claymore is going to get ran through like diarrhea. Pork Chop's going to fucking crush him. I mean, I know the Claymore's strong, but it ain't cutting through War Pig. I promise you that. Pork is fucking iron. And he's coming in for this match because he wants to fucking smash the Claymore, and he wants to get himself over to fucking Carlingford on St. Paddy's Day. And I'm going to be there with him.
AJ, go on, son.
Yeah, he is a massive human being, is the Claymore. Really nice guy. Super, super strong. But I just can't see him beating Pork Chop, I'll be honest. I think the caliber on Pork Chop is another level at the moment. I've no doubt Claymore will get there and probably past that level, but I don't know if he's there yet, being truthful. So, I hate to say it, but my money's on Pork Chop. I'm on.
Well, I'm saying this. There's no way on this planet that Porkley Chop is beating James Stewart, right? Because in my opinion, we've got an equalizer. Okay, we've got equalizer. There's no way a guy who wobbles his tits around is going to beat Big James Stewart.
It's quite impressive, that is, for play.
Yeah. Listen, you may have Pork Chop and everything going, but we've got Big Baz and Ted Wilson. And let me tell you, they're going to get absolutely destroyed in more ways than one. James Stewart keeps sending me videos, man. He's coming out with some crazy lifts, like 50-kilo rising lifts. Stood
Holy
up,
shit.
He's a fucking freak, let me tell you.
He's just so big.
The potential, man. He's got the potential to be the best guy in the UK and Ireland. Like, if he lives up to, if he lived with me, and he could spend 12 months time wrestling with me, no one at UK beat him. He'd get hold of him in Douglas. He'd say, "Listen, you fucking ugly rat. Boom, gone. See you later. Goodbye, sayonara." I'm telling you now. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
that man would.
but then he'd need therapy for the rest of his life because you've been buggering him for fucking 12 months.
Totally head fucked. Great. Good arm wrestler. Head is fucked.
Oh, fucking hell. So that moves us on to Evan Burgoyne and James Beach. Now, all I'm saying, I'm going to go first on this one, guys. And I'm telling you now, Evan Burgoyne only gets out of this match what James Beach wants him to have. That's it. End of. Beach wins. Easily.
My money's on Beach.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I hate to spoil the party. James is my boy. I like James probably even more than Evan, to be honest, if I had to say it. You know what I mean? But fucking Evan's left right now is actually fucking ridiculous. It's actually legit concrete. Like, I don't know how a guy who drinks that much can be that strong left-handed right now. So, unfortunately for James, I think his level might get shown in this match, or he's gonna have an amazing show. But if he beats Evan's left right now, then my hat goes off to him.
Well, we'll see, man. I know you've got to stick up for your pal, but I think you've been smoking too many of those reefers, and I think you know what's coming, my friend. And it's exactly what I give him in January. The bumming is coming for Mr. Evan Burgoyne. Right. Elliot Eccles and the bacon, lettuce and mayonnaise. Now, I started off giving BLM some shit about 6-7 months ago, but I actually really like him for two reasons, really. He's like your simple best friend who you have to look after, right? And secondly, any man who turned up with a haircut that bad clearly doesn't give a fuck about what anyone thinks, does he? I mean, that haircut was the most ridiculous ball cut of all time. I mean,
he got the haircut in Wales. He let a guy who shears sheep all day cut his fucking hair, man. That was a bad mistake.
Please, guys, anyone just go back and search that video. It's just a mop stuck on his head with that guys. Guys, I tell you what, though. Right, so Elliot Eccles, the conqueror of AJ, the conqueror of Frodo Hoagland, the conqueror of many men of recent times. The young kid's in great form. I pulled with him last Monday. We had a really good session with him. He's in good form, whether or not it's enough to step up and beat BLM. I'm going to put my money on BLM for the win. Okay.
So he hasn't lost his mind, at least. Okay, that's good.
But I will say this. Okay. The Elliot Eccles has got a big pair of bollocks because he wants to challenge the best, and that's future champion in the making. But all that being said, if BLM has underestimated Elliot at any time, if BLM pulls in a cocky way, Elliot is the type of person that will drain the life out of you. Like he's like a bone constrictor. He'll just suck the life out of a BLM. And I'll tell you now, then it's a match. If BLM plays with his food, he's in serious trouble. There's not much difference in this. There's only experience in this, let me tell you. And if Elliot sets that power and gets stuck in like an Alabama tick, he's in serious trouble. And I'm going to say BLM pinches it, but I'm going to tell you that Elliot Eccles will make a name for himself. And in next 12, 18 months, he's probably going to be the top 105 kilo in the country.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you anymore on that one. I think that was spot on. I think if Elliot can set that position that he loves, he's fucking super strong. But I think if BLM take him lightly, like you said, plays with his food, anything of the sort, and Elliot is going to make him pay. But I am edging towards BLM. But yeah, totally agree with everything else. Elliot's just a monster in the making, I think so.
Yeah, mate, it's a good one. So, Billy, go on, lad.
I'm going to go with Elliot. I think very close, but I think Elliot's got a good long lever. That might stop him getting into the top roll because Elliot got a strong hand, and I think his levers suits him more than James Walls did. I think he might stop him. he gets a stop. He got him.
The thing is, though, what's impressive with BLM is when it stopped with James Wall, he still had enough strength to beat James Wall in a really ugly spot. And anyone who's pulling back James Wall from bottom of a pad, they're a seriously strong man. He's touch and go. I want Elliott to win. Clearly, I'm so proud of him that he's challenging for the bigger match. But he might be a little bit too much bit off. But it's not going to surprise me if Elliott wins, and I'll certainly be in his corner cheering him on. So yeah, that's where we go with that one, boys and girls. Next match. Big Mindaugas Dulskus against Giant Rick Heinenbrick. Now, I don't know too much about Big Rick. I just know he won the AMC tournament. I know that I've seen Evan Begorn beat him in competition. I've seen him at 350 pounds, and now I've seen him at 240 pounds, and now I'm seeing him abbed up to death looking like a fucking absolute stud at 300 pounds. So this man is clearly like no joke. If you're winning that AMC tournament, what they had in Canada, a month or two ago, then you really have a serious player. If anyone's got the levers to beat Mindaugas' style, it's going to be someone at 6'8". The guy's an absolute unit. But Mindaugas, the wrecking ball, has been on such. He's been wrecking people to death. He's beat Austin Jaggers twice, left and right-handed, which is no mean feat. He's highly regarded in the USA, and that sort of shows what sort of level that Mindaugas is at. So I'm going to go with our very own wrecking ball. Rick's staying quiet. He's not really saying much in the chat. Don't really see much of him.
You won't hear Rick say much ever.
He could be an absolute freakoid, and I've no doubt he's going to come into this ready. But yeah, I'm going to go for Mindaugas, the wrecking ball. What are you saying, Big B?
Man, that's actually that's a match that I suggested that ended up happening. I was told it wasn't happening, and then all of a sudden it ended up happening. I think that's a match that people are going to want to see. Like styles make matchups, and this one's just ready for fireworks. Big Rick is a fucking monster. Like I said, you won't hear him. He doesn't say much. He's a quiet guy. He does his work on the table. Giant fucking low hand top roller. He's like a different kind of Devin. Like he's like the Devin, Matt Mass, Hyde Brick. Like when you've been in the game that long, there's a certain kind of power that you have, and he feels crazy, man. And for Mindaugas, who's like a predominant hooker, that's what Rick likes. You know what I mean? I think we're gonna see the classic matchup, hook versus top roller, and we're gonna have to see who takes it. If I had to put my money on it, fuck, man, just because of the style specifically. I mean, Mindaugas is my boy, but fuck, man, I'm gonna go with Rick. He might be the slight underdog, but it wouldn't be by much.
Well, John Terrian thinks Mindaugas is going to do him 3-0.
Well, opinions are like assholes, right?
I keep my arm wrestling and my personal life personal and separate. I keep them separate. And there's a old friend of mine popped in, Christopher Heaton, I used to go to school with. So I just wanted to just say hello, Chris. How you doing, bud? Hope you're doing well. Yeah. So go on. Jay, go on. What are you saying?
Again, don't know much about Big. Obviously, I've seen him. I've watched him over the years and things on YouTube. Obviously, he's an animal in his own right. But I seriously don't think he's got anything for my boy Minder. Minder's just class. He's just fucking cool on the table, cool in real life. I just don't think Rich will have anything for him. He'll just set what he wants and he'll just go straight through him.
And Billy, I know what you're going to choose.
Mindy's our number one for Britain, so we can't go against him. So,
right then, that takes us on. And we look at Connor Sale, the CUNT, the legend killer, the man who took out Cobra Road and threw him to the pad like a small child. And he faces 19 years behind bars. He's seen more penis than Ted Wilson. It's Daniel. It's Daniel. Oh, man. Now, let me tell you, I've been doing a bit of research on Daniel, not just on Wikipedia where you can see all his crimes, but I've been actually watching him arm wrestle, and I think this style of these two, Connor and this Danimal fella, is going to be absolutely immense. And let me tell you, he's very open arm, hooky type, hand rolling, all the style, the terrible style that Connor Sale doesn't want. Connor Sale's going to be that guy coming forward, trying to throw that shoulder in. That Danimal's going to be hanging on around here somewhere. And this one could be the match of the night. It's going to be the third match on. It's going to be Big B and Frampton opening the show. Then we're going to move on, obviously, to Matt Smith, Ted Wilson. And then this will be the third match. And this could be the third and longest match of the evening, and possibly like the showstopper. I can't pick a winner. And I can't pick a winner. I really can't. Because if it goes to stamina, before the Shane Salmon Connor Sale match, I would have said that Connor Sale's stamina had been much better than most. But I saw some flaws in Connor's game that day. And whatever he's doing, whatever supplements he's using, he needs to make sure that he plans them just right, tapers off just right, because he was blowing up, he was sweating, he was pumping, and I think he needs to get that back in check. Just like I said about James Wall and Tom Holland getting a bit too big for the frames or the stature last week. I believe Connor went that same way with Shane Salmon, and it's very rare you ever see Connor Sale struggling like that. So I'm hoping he's sorted that out. But if he has, it's going to be very difficult to beat over 7 rounds. Connor Sale for the win. AJ?
I don't know much about Connor's opponent, really. All I know is that if you can't go straight through Connor and he drags you into a war, that motherfucker will die on the table, literally. He loves it. So, yeah, I don't really know enough, but if a match stops and Connor can just drag you into a war, it's Connor's day all day.
B?
So I pulled with both of these guys, right? And I see it being a very good match. Like, pretty much, like, if Connor's able to if he's just too fast, if he's able to get his flash off his position, we all know Connor's move, right? If he's able to do that, he's going to have a good day. But if Dan gets a fucking hook in him, it's on, bro. Like, if he's able to fucking stop the match anywhere, he has extremely good stamina. Like I said, his hand, his roll, when he gets to his spot, he can hang with fucking anyone in his class pretty much. So he's starting to give my boy Matt Smith problems. Like, he's starting to fucking level up. You know, he's hitting his like 2 year plus mark. So fucking you're gonna see nothing but good things coming from him. But if I had to put my money on it, I'd probably put my money on Connor. But like I said, if Dan gets a hook, if he sinks a hook, anything, it's going to be a long day at the office.
Billy?
I don't know nothing about the other one, so I just hope that Connor wins. So I can't really give a prediction on it because I'm not sure who he is. So.
Well, let's just go to a little small break while I load up the next picture. And our friend Neil, let's see his training montage one more time. Yeah, there we go. Oh, fuck.
Man, I'll tell you what, though, he looks like slightly better. Like, he's turning it around.
Yeah, man, he's certainly getting himself in good condition.
He must have got the gastro. He must have got that surgery.
Right then, so we move on to the next big match, and B, I'm struggling. I'm having zooming on the bugger. It's Craig Sanders and Nicholas Gazzetto. Sounds like a newspaper, doesn't he? So that's the 86 kilos. 86 kilo Commonwealth Championship right arm bout. And I'm just going to throw it out there and say this. The bullet, Craig Sanders, will go through the Gazzetto newspaper, Italian shithouse, like diarrhea. No, listen, end of the day, he's an Italian. And them Italians are used to running off in the war. Because that, John, tell you a little story about them. So during the wartime, yeah, they was under Mussolini. And once the Germans, didn't have enough men to try and look after them, Mussolini and all his Italian shithouses, they ran off like cowards. And that's how it went down. So, in my opinion, Nicholas Gazzetto, coward, ran off to Canada for a better life. Clearly didn't get one because you're all wankers. And, now Craig Sanders is going to absolutely destroy him and he's going to want to go back home. So, there you go.
That's good. That's good. So, following that, I pulled Craig in Wales. He is one fucking freakish human being for his body weight. I've pulled Nicola as well. Nicola is very strong, but I'm going to put my money on Craig.
Oh,
good bet.
The picked an Englishman.
Good bet. Yeah, Sanders all day. Boy's a fucking freak. Just no escaping it, really.
Yeah.
I'd never bet against him. Don't care who's on it.
Yeah,
too fast, too strong. His hand is too strong. He's been doing it so many years. You're not going to find anyone more experienced than him. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Where are we going, Billy? Oh, Billy's gone. It must be Billy. It must be Billy's bedtime, eh?
Yeah. It's 10 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah, Billy's bedtime. Then we have Teddy Wilson and Matt Smith. I mean, these are two of the most weirdest men I've ever met in my life. I mean, Matt Smith is clearly like you've seen that movie. Remember that movie, Silence of the Lambs? Is it put the lotion on the skin or you get the hairs again? That is 100%. 1,000,000%. That's it. Put the lotion. I said, put the lotion on his skin, or you get the hairs again. Put the dog in a fucking basket. Yeah. So anyway, Matt Smith against Ted Wilson. Now we've got Matt against the serial bummer Ted Wilson. Like if Ted doesn't hook him, he's definitely going to poke him. So I think it's a lose-lose. For Matt. Ted Wilson for the win.
Guess I'm going with that then.
I mean, for those who are late in the chat, I mean, someone sent me a private message. Hang on, who's this? I don't know if it's Joe. It says join Scott, but how can I join Scott? I can't join him. So
he's a spaz. He can't work it out. He's messaging me all the time.
Is he? Always daft to the bush, isn't he? So how do you see that one going, Big B? You know both guys well. Matt Smith's 144 tournaments. Ted Wilson, 19 times. Oh, he's gone. Okay, so so I'll finish off then, AJ. Ted Wilson, 19 times national champion. Matt Smith, one of the best around in Canada.
Just Ted for me, mate. Don't know. I know of them. Never pulled them. It's an hard one for me to pick, mate. I'm just going to go with Ted on that one.
You're going to go with Ted?
Yeah, I can't give you much backstory inside that one, so just Ted.
Try and message then, but you don't have to show your face ID. It's like Big B back in. So B, we're on about Matt Smith and Ted Wilson. 145 tournaments Matt Smith has won. Ted Wilson's won 19 nationals. Who wins that match? 75 kilo, right down Commonwealth Championship match.
Fuck, man. I don't know too much about Ted besides he's fucking really gay and weird. Besides that, I gotta go with the Scorpion. He's Matt's fucking awesome. If people don't know who Matt Smith is, he has a win on Crazy George. He's, like I said, he's won numerous nationals, provincials, you name it. He's been around it. He goes to worlds. Arm wrestling is his fucking life. So if that guy has anything, then it's going to be a great match. Because like I said, Matt will literally pass out and die at the table.
Yeah, well, that's fair play. I know he loves it. I watch his Instagram stuff all the time, and I really enjoy actually seeing his stuff. So, right, okay. So we're going to be we're split on that one. Then we've got Rob Frampton and Big B. You know, I know Rob Frampton's in the chat. So I am Rob Frampton's full-time coach. Okay, I believe, Big B, that you have got very good potential, but I have also felt you on the arm wrestling table. And because I've felt you, even though that probably isn't the strength that you are now, granted it's many months on, I was able to feel where Rob would need to go with you. And I believe that we have got the perfect game plan. And I think he's going to win in a very hard-fought, tough match. But I do believe Rob is going to get you on this one, on this occasion.
Is it my turn now?
AJ's turn. Let's bully him, AJ.
Oh,
Bully him.
I mean that's the nicest I think I've ever heard Paul talk. So I'm just gonna take that in for a second.
Oh, it could have been a lot worse, mate. I take it.
Oh yeah. Besides that, when I was offered the match, I was very, very excited about it. When styles make matchups, I think it's going to be the same thing. If I'm able to get to my power position in my top roll, I think it's going to be a fucking good day at the office for me. If Rob's able to fucking shut that down and get to his power position, his big drag hook, then you know he might very well get it. You know, thing about people really don't know too much about me, and I'm looking to show my tools and my skills with this match. Like I said, Arm Gods is my fucking is my organization. I'm gonna let it all hang out on the table every time, no matter what. Win or lose, I hit the booze, and I'm coming to fucking win. I'm coming for the W, 100%.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, big up.
Yeah, just to put you on a downer though, I think Rob's going to win. Sorry, mate. And that's not it. I think fucking you're a lovely boy, but again, simply because I know it was a long time ago. We put a little bit in Ireland table or training time or whatever. It's bullshit, I know, but just having felt the two of you, unless you really leveled up since Ireland, my opinion is Rob's going to have you, mate. But I'm hoping it's going to be a good match. But yeah, my money is on Rob.
Yeah, Ireland was me recovering from a complete scapula, completely broke my scapula, tore my rotator cuff, fucking everything was coming back together, you know? So like at that times, like that wasn't like a representation of where I'm at, but like I said, you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to the match, and I'm looking forward to showing exactly where I'm at right now.
Yeah, fair play too.
Can I just say I'm concerned we've got a predator in the chat.
Come on, man.
Look, have a look at the screen there, that AW member. Who's this one? You tell me that's not a fucking predator.
Oh, we got it.
That's Scott's brother, isn't it?
Is it?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, I don't know. I do apologise. I mean, I don't know. I'm slightly concerned. So if we got any police officers in the chat, then can someone just check him out? Right. So that moves us on. Poop twig. Oh my God, he's got him. Are you American, AW member? Are you an American? Moves us on to one of the Stakem brothers, Jamie Stakem and Adrian Popescu. Now, that is under 95 kilo. I don't know anything much about Stakem apart from he's an arm wrestling in an arm wrestling family. Two very strong brothers. Now, what I have been told is Jamie has got, as we bring pork chop in. Hiya, Paul. We're just getting on 1 minute, bud.
Hey, buddy.
So what I have been told is Jamie Stakem has got an extremely mean left arm. Now, if that's the case, then we should be in for an absolute treat because I'll tell you now, Adrian Popescu's left is absolute freakoid. And he's well, we've all seen him beat Tom Holland for the last 4 or 5 matches. We've seen him traveling all over the world and doing the same, beating a lot of tough guys. So again, I can't really comment. I don't know too much about Jamie Statham. I've heard good things, but I'm going to have to go with Popescu because I genuinely believe he's a world elite superstar at that weight class.
What was that one?
Jamie Statham and Adrian Popescu.
What weight?
Minus 95 kilo.
Okay. Yeah, Jamie's super strong. Super mega.
Yeah. Jamie's
Yeah.
Jamie's not super well known, but around these parts, everybody knows who Jamie is. He's like I said, he is freakish strong. Like
yeah.
I mean, if you was to put him against a Yankee, if you was going to say like, is he like? Would you consider him like Brendan Alcelsus type strong or?
No. I think Jamie would beat Brendan Alcester pretty. Like to be honest.
If I'm even with him, like if I'm wore down at all, he'd be tough for me. Like he's super strong. Like he's no joke. His hook, his hand, super fucking. This guy is like concrete. I'm telling you, he's fucking.
What is he? He's a mechanic by trade, right?
Sure, what he does exactly, but all I know is I've pulled him in practice too, and he's fucking crazy. He's diesel, real diesel.
Yeah.
I mean, well, like I said, I don't know too much about him, but obviously I'm going to go for Popescu, and it sounds like you guys are going for your countryman. And AJ, are you going for son?
Popescu, Beth. Simply because I've pulled him quite a lot left in practice, and the guy is insane. So just got to go with my gut and what I felt. And Popescu is just a monster. So my money's on him.
Right. That takes us into your max, AJ. So Andrew Jones, the one and only Welsh superstar Andrew Jones, going against Dick Lovejoy. What was he called? Dick Lowry or Dick Lovejoy, isn't it?
Fuck knows.
Oh, no. End of the day, he's fucking doomed. All I'm saying is, Richard Lovering, you are going to get absolutely dry bummed. You absolute lanky piece of shit. Because when AJ gets hold of you, not only is he going to slap you to the pad, he's also going to slap your mouthy missus across the room and tell her to go and wash up at the fucking bar. Because end of the day, right, my friend, you can pipe on with all your shit in the WhatsApp group, but get on here now and start with your shit because you won't, because you're like the rest of them, you keep it shut. So when AJ gets his hands on you and shows you all about you fucking shithouse, we'll see what sort of man you really are.
Yeah, what he said. Yeah.
Yeah. What he said. Yeah.
AJ for the win over Dick Lovering, whatever they call him. What are you saying, Porkly Chop?
Oh, I just got off work, so I just rushed on here.
Have you seen your video, Pork Chop? Have you seen your video? We've seen you in, having a fall.
Wish you could. Hey, he's right.
You getting fucking teabagged off Big Baz and Ted Wilson. Go on. So give us your winner, Pork Chop. Who's winning, AJ or Dick Lovering?
I don't even know who AJ is, but I know Rich, and I know Rich. He's the type of guy that can go deep water. He can maintain the same power throughout the match. Like I've practiced with Rich a lot, and even through the whole practice, he stays the same. He does not fade away. He's got really, really good endurance, and he's able to keep his power for a long time. So, I mean, he could lose the first two, whatever, and then who knows? Maybe he'll come back. But I don't really know nothing about AJ, so I can't really.
Well, I'm here anyway. Hello.
Well, What impressed me about Lovren, in all joking to one side, as much as is a really annoying man. What impressed me is that I know that you had a war pork chop with the other big giant fella. What's it called?
At this event?
Yeah. What was he called? The Gripper.
Ian Carnegie.
Ian. Yeah, you had a war with Ian. Am
Yeah,
I right?
But I had they call him the bull. Gilbert they call him the bull. He's a King's mover.
Yeah, the bull.
Round one, and with those bigger, longer pads, he does really well with his bull move, he calls it. It's basically a King's move. So my arm got fucking gassed right off the bat. Plus, I was just coming back. That was my first competition with my right arm since my injury.
Yeah.
I was gassed, and I had Ian. But then Rich, his endurance paid off. He came back, and he beat the bull in the finals. So it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Even though you can have them big matches,
yeah,
he still did really well. So all joking to one side, Rich, we might have a little laugh and a joke in our group, but yeah, it's a serious match. And if AJ has got any serious problems, it's his stamina. After he snapped his bicep, that's where he's had a couple of leaks.
Yeah, but stamina isn't good. He's in for a world of trouble then, possibly. Because Rich is fucking in his bones. And like his elbow integrity and just his tightness is really good.
Yeah.
The thing is with AJ though, what we have with AJ, he can finish a match, he can get in a good position, and he's got he shakes like a shitting dog, don't you, son, when you're going for it? He leaves nothing on the table. He leaves nothing.
I'm enthusiastic, like
he gets carried out on his shield. So yeah, looking forward to it, but. AJ's going to win. AJ's going to win. I can guarantee you there, boys. Well, maybe not the guarantee, but I'm picking him. I'm picking him for the win. So we've got the second brother now. We've got Jason Hill, the hooligan Jason Hill, against Jarrell Stakem. The only thing I know about Jarrell is the fact that he has a strong brother, and I don't know if he carries the same genetics or not. Jason Hill is one of the most intense arm wrestlers we have in the UK and Ireland. Predominantly a right arm specialist. He came to the qualifiers hoping to beat Craig Sanders. He ended up having a real bad day right-handed. It didn't go his way. Now, left-handed, I'm sure he thought his day was done. But somehow he pulled it out and he beat everyone, including the current reigning national champion. So some of the videos I've been seeing him training with Tom Holland, he was on the side pressure machine the other day, and on the crassy pulley, he was moving 80 kilos off the floor, and he's weighing 80 kilos. So he's feeling pretty stout, so I believe.
What handle was he using?
Like, you know, the rolling handle, that about 2 inch, I think it is.
Like wrist wrench style or like an arm?
No, like a rolling thunder type one.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I mean, Tom Holland locked it.
8 G's.
He got it.
Grapes, crackers, and cheese.
80. He moved 80 kg. 80.
Pounds?
Kilos.
Yeah, so that's a lot. I did 76 the other day. So if you're doing 80, that's pretty fucking strong.
Yeah, it's on Tom Holland's video. I mean, you can watch it on Tom Holland's YouTube channel. Leave it in the chat. But hang on.
And he's
Tom Holland. Sorry, Porky. He just said Tom Holland's put in 3-inch Mazarenko handle. 3-inch Mazarenko. So it's a big handle.
Nice.
I think Tom Holland did 100 kilos. I think he had it trapped between his hand and his forearm, but 100 kilos on a like an 87 kilo man. That's
so they're like grabbing kind of past in here.
Only on the I think that's right, Tom. Tom will fill us in just past the hand, slightly past, but still an 80 kilo man. It's still massive, yeah.
That's good, yeah, because it changes when you actually grab the handle and use it because it wants to roll you. So yeah, if you go cup right in past, it's a little bit easier. Obviously, it's more arm versus your hand, but no, it's still pretty.
Well, Tom Holland just said that he did 107 kilos last week. 107. That's stupid weight. So, yeah. So I'm going with Jason Hill for the win, boys. I don't know if you can fill us in, tell us a bit about this Mr. Stakem fella.
He's strong like brother. I've pulled him a little bit. He's definitely strong, and he's got good endurance as well. So, I mean, other guys lifting what he says. I mean, I don't know. That's an uphill battle in my eyes.
No, bro. Honestly, it's if Tom Holland wants to share his or someone can share Tom Holland's video in the chat, click on it later. I promise you. I think it's like in the last couple of videos back. It shows them lifting weights, man. They're freaky weights, honest. Freaky weights.
Well, the one thing I'll tell you about Darrell, he's a very smart and crafty arm wrestling. Jamie is very more like he just as soon as he turns his hand in and gets a bit of hook, he can pretty much just do what he wants with you. Darrell, even if he's in a compromised position, he's kind of guy who can find a lane if there's a lane to find, and he's very, very strong. So Jason, I haven't seen like too much videos on his lifts. I've seen him pull a bit. I've met him like. He looks like a strong guy, and I see it being a very good matchup.
Well, he's going to be going down, guys, because in 10 days' time, that's what's happening. We're getting there, and set on the 28th of Thursday the 28th, we fly out, and we arrive that day, and then Friday we'll have a little bit of a presser Friday evening. And then Saturday evening, we go at it, Canada versus the UK. And if you've not already got your tickets or your pay-per-view, please do so now, because I can promise you one thing, and that is some exceptional matches. This one's going to be a lot closer than people think. It's not going to be a whitewash for the UK. It's not going to be a whitewash for Canada. It's going to be some real top-class guys going at it, and it's going to be an amazing event. I really hope the Canadians are as crazy as we are. And they really do get behind their guys, because I sort of want our team to walk into like a boo section, like, I just want maybe a few tomatoes, a couple of pints, and a bag of fucking crisp or something. I just want it to be an absolute war zone, and I believe it's going to be an unbelievable show with some unbelievable arm wrestlers. And to finish off the card, Dents. It's none other than Uncle John and Scott James. So I don't know if you've seen. I don't know if you've seen Scott James's video with his sheep. He's been running through fields. He's been driving around McDonald's. He's been doing stupid lifts in the gym. I mean, like what, 75 kilos was it, AJ curling, left-handed?
Yeah, 70 key. Yeah, he got super strong biceps. Fair play to him.
Yeah, he's moving some big weight, and I'll be honest with you. I think everyone in the arm wrestling world thinks Uncle John's going to beat Scott James. Now, I'm not so certain. Scott James he's got mega genetics, hasn't he, for his size? I mean, for his weight, he's weighing what, about 104, 105 kilos. He's 6'4". He's 6'4". He's got like dangly arms, massive dangly arms. He's got gigantic hands. It is a hooker as well, which makes it even more interesting. The fact that it's very difficult to get Scott in a bad place. It's very difficult to get him in a bad position because he's so long and he's got such a big hand. No matter where he is on the pad, it's almost like Devon Lorette type style, where he's always in a good position. Do you understand? He's never really in a bad spot. And Uncle John, yeah, he's a roided little fat fucker. We've seen him. They always like there with his big squirrel cheeks, looking like fucking fog on, leg on. And end of the day, I don't think it's going to do him any favours because he's like 5'3" and he's a cripple. You know what I mean? He's like little Timmy Cratchit, isn't he, with his bad back. I honestly think that one tough match, and we could see him looking like Van Damme's brother in Kickboxer, stuck in the chair. And I think we're going to have to start calling Scott, what do you call him? Natsuko, the White Warrior.
Fuck's sake.
I've got a feeling that when Ted Wilson gets hold of Matt Smith, he's going to make him bleed like Miley. Matt Smith, good fuck. Do you remember that? AJ, kickboxer.
No.
You don't remember it?
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Do you
Some
remember
shit.
that pork chop?
Matt's been on a tear, man.
No, not Matt. Do you remember fucking kickboxer? Do you remember kickboxer pork chop?
I just remember the shit dance. That's all I remember.
No, Big B, you remember fucking kickboxer, surely?
I remember kickboxer.
Fucking hell, how old am I compared to you guys? How old are you, pork chop?
I'm 37.
And how old are you, B?
36.
He's
Fucking hell.
still at the cool age, 36. Got one more year.
Yeah, well, at least some people remember
Hello,
it.
buddy.
Anyway, so kickboxer, one of the best movies ever lived.
I think it's been a while.
So who wins the match, Uncle John or the Candyman?
Candyman's gonna fuck him up. No problem. My only concern is
what's going on? What's going on here?
some good lighting, that is.
Look at that bastard.
What filter you got on him?
Oh, yes, look at that now, boys. Right into the fucking max. Neil Pickup, you are fucked, you cunt. Oh, yes, baby. Let me tell you, I'm strong as fuck as well. Anyways, enough about me. Oh, the Candyman's rolling.
Took you long enough, you dickhead.
Fuck up, who?
Yeah, the candy. Well, we've just all been thinking.
I got my farmer's hat on.
We've just thinking of just been like betting on your match, saying who's going to win, and we were all betting on you, Scott. We're all betting on you.
Nah, Uncle John's gonna fucking smash him.
Shut up, you fucking bum, you can't.
Who wins on you two at minute left-handed, AJ?
Scott.
Does he?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
No, Scott's getting really good left.
Yeah, everything's coming
He's the new
together.
lefty on the back.
Hey Scott, last time I saw a guy with his top off like that, you look very similar to this fella. Neil's training hard. He's training hard. Hey, Paul, you know a bit. Like, there's obviously quite a few guys on this who take steroids, yeah, on this page.
Yeah,
Now,
not me.
you know, when you take too many steroids, can your estrogen levels can they affect you to make you feel like a bit of a woman? Because you look like you got a bit of bitch tick going on there, Scott.
No, I got to take fuck all.
No, you do. Right. Yeah, you do take. You're obviously on gear, but you've got a bit of bitch tit. Look,
No.
Neil, since he's had his stem cells and his testosterone replacement therapy, Neil's.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
I'm sorry,
Robert
lad. It
I'll
fucking
find
gets me every time, man. Every time. Fucking hell.
That was live last Friday.
Big B, I hope they better than that in a strip club, man.
Oh, fuck.
So Curtis, what's next for you after you've had your match with James Stewart? What's next? What East versus West again? Is it, or are you moving on to King of the Table? Is anything like that coming up for you? Curtis, you're on the finger, mate. You're on mute. We can't hear you. Yeah, you've mute. Yeah.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay, so
what's next for you?
because you got to think 8 months ago I tore my shit, so now I'm just getting my strength now. So I really have nothing major planned. I'm going to do the Ottawa Open. That's going to be a big tournament. All the guys from Ontario will be there. going to do that one. And then, I don't really have anything. And then hopefully I can come to you guys in March. So no big plans for me.
Oh, no, I'm going to. It's going to be big, mate. Let me tell you something now. In March, it's going to be absolute bedlam. Because once we've got Canada out the way, it's full steam ahead then. And we've... Oh, fucking hell. That's what you don't want, innit? Your missus saying, I'm going to bed. I'm tired and freezing. Don't wake me up. Oh, fucking hell. So, I mean, Canada, when we've got Canada out of way and we've let the dust settle, Ireland, we're in full steam and we put a few names out there that we want to have on the show. And I think it's going to be absolutely crazy. I think, Pork Chop, we mentioned a couple of guys to you. Obviously, we've got our own.
I'd be down by then. My right arm will be really fucking good. So, like, my right arm right now is around real good. So,
Yeah.
And it's going to be, and I'm heavier right now. Like, I was down to like 230, 40. Like, after my injury, I was more or less rehabbing my arm. I wasn't really like heavy. Like, for James Stewart, I've actually decided I'm lifting heavy again. I'm actually 200, a little over 260 right now. So I'm the heaviest I've ever been right now, basically, for this guy. And so it's going to be a war for him.
What weight was you when you faced Zurab?
248, 40.
And what did he weigh in at?
Normally?
No, Zurab. What did Zurab weigh in at?
Like 220-ish. It was really tough. Like, that was my first time really going that far. So, like, he's super fucking strong, that guy, and my shit just let go. Like, I had a big year that year. I won nationals. I beat Ryan Espy right arm. I even beat him left arm. I've beat Rick Heiderbrecht left arm. I've beat BLM left arm. So, like, just talking about my left right now. And I was 250 pounds then, so now I'm heavier for this guy. So I beat Mike Gould left arm at 250. I beat Ryan Espy left arm at 250 pounds. I beat Rick Heiderbrecht when I was 250. I beat a 250-pound BLM left arm as well. So my left's really good. It's always shows up pretty much. And now I'm heavier, 260. So I'm even stronger since then. My left right now, the lifts I'm doing, it's never lifted this much weight.
Awesome. Well, that's what we want to be hearing. And
everybody says he's a big monster. He's going to eat me, this and that. I'm used to these big guys. SB's 6'5". He was 380 when I pulled him, and I beat him in a hook. Rick Heiderbrecht like 6'8", 300 pounds. Mike Gould's like 280, 290 at like 5'10", 5'11". So I'm used to these big guys. Big guys, big hands. Does not bother me at all.
No,
What about a big dick?
And I got a big dick, too. That's why I won't mention it. There's a reason for the pork chop, boys.
Go on, Scott. Get yours out.
No. I'm in my mother's house.
Yeah.
They'll see it
I think,
anyway.
think for me with James Stewart is that we touched on it earlier, sure, but he's got the biggest potential in the UK and Ireland to be a good to be the best. Is he there yet? No, he's not. He's far from that yet because of the lack of experience that he has on the table.
I've seen his Pro Nation lift. He has one on YouTube. 6 kg. He's standing doing it, and I can see his arm was turning this way with 60 kg. I'm not even a top roller, and I can do 60 kg. I did it the other day with Pro Nation fairly easy, and I'm not even a top roller. So if I can match his pronation and even near his rise back pressure, and if I turn him in a hook, will he get me out of my hook? Probably not.
No, I think if it goes inside, I think you win comfortably. But I also believe that if he gets into your hand, you could be in serious trouble. I think it's one of these. I think if there was a favourite of the match, in my opinion, you're the favourite. Obviously, I want James to win. It's Team UK and Ireland. But I do believe that if there's a favourite for the match, you're going to be the winner. You're going to be the favourite, to win it. And I think anyone who bets against you, really, It's probably a little bit silly because you're carrying you're carrying that reputation. You've got the experience over James, and I just feel like he's a better writer than he is lefty.
Okay.
But the potential he has is frightening, and at any point, he could just become a monster overnight. And I honestly don't know his cycle. I don't know his cycle, but if he is cycling, I mean, I couldn't tell you. I really don't know. But if he is cycling and he gets any bigger and any stronger, then he could make life difficult for most people. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know.
He's a giant, and that's why I've taken it seriously and decided I got to.
Yeah. You have to. Yeah, you have to. And I think that goes straight down the card, though. That goes straight down the card with every single one of these guys. What are arm wrestling? For me, you might see some 3-0s or some 4-0s even, but I think all the matches are going to have their own give and take. I think every match is going to be closely contested. And one thing I will say about James Stewart, just before we leave that conversation, he won't be a dickhead in the grip. He gets a fair grip each and every time. Wrist square, shoulders square. He's an absolute joy to set up with because he doesn't mess around. And I think that what you find is with most of our guys, minus Connor Sale, because there's only really Connor Sale who's a dick. Everyone else will set up pretty.
It's hard to trash him. He just seems like a genuine, nice dude, So
yeah, he is. Yeah. The only matches I'm worried about are Connor Sale's match and BLM, because BLM's obviously a fucking tit as well. I mean, we had 12, 13 matches in Wales, and 10 matches went without a trouble in the world, and the last 2 matches took longer than 10 matches. So it's crazy, wasn't it?
What's Connor's style? Hook?
Yeah, he's a press hooker. Yeah, press hooker. Yeah.
Fast?
Very. Yeah, very.
Fast for BLM. He's hard to hook.
Oh no! Connor's pulling Danimal.
Who was the guy?
Elliot's pulling BLM.
Who? Sorry.
Elliot Eccles. He's been he's been knocking around for a little bit. Yeah, young kid. He's only 21, but he's a free card as well.
Yeah, Elliot's. I mean, like you said, I commend him for. I mean, I guess looking for the match, but he's gonna get fucked up. Like, it doesn't matter whether he is the tick bites or boa constrictors or whatever the fuck. Like, Brendan's gonna fuck him up 100%.
Brandon can hook you pretty good, actually. A little underrated.
Yeah, I mean, look what he did to your boy. I mean, say less. I mean, they tried to give us the Welsh screw job, and it was 3-3, and our Brendan's arm didn't hit the pad once. And yeah, so.
Well, to be fair, if we're going to start being like that, Big B, Brendan is non-stop like that, cheating constantly. I mean, if he could, Brendan
was as fair as it could have been. You guys were cheating cunts. That's all I'm going to say about the matter.
I tell you what, I'm going to end this conversation here. Big B, and I'm going to say this. You, my friend, are in serious trouble, because come the 30th of September, when the Team UK and Ireland invades Canada, first of all, we're going to stamp all over them fucking Frenchies, and then we're going to get the fucking rest of you. And we're going to go home victorious. And we don't mess around, because we're hand gods. And all we're going to chant all week is, UK boys, we are here, whoa, whoa. UK boys, we are here, whoa, whoa. UK boys, we are here. Shag your women and drink your beer. Oh, Red Army, Red Army, Red Army. And that's what's fucking going down. And that's the end of the show. Iron One will be in Canada coaching all his boys that you can see on this screen. And I will tell you this, get your pay-per-view, get your tickets, be in that very room. Iron Gods puts on the best shows in the world, and you're going to see it live. So, guys, good night. God bless. Much love, and thank you to you all.
Careful what